Hey everyone, I'm Frank Loria. I'm one of the elders at Lakeview Christian Center, and along with Pastors Keith Collins and Peter Davidson, I have the privilege of presenting the Alpha course at Lakeview. For those of you who may not be familiar with Alpha, it's a 10-week course that we've presented twice a year at Lakeview since 2001. Typically through the course, we have over 250 people in attendance, and I'm convinced we've had over 8,000 people attend over the 19 years because it allows folks in a very non-threatening, even fun atmosphere to think about their worldview, what they believe about life, meaning and purpose, even death. And death has certainly come to a lot of us, particularly with the coronavirus. Questions like, is there a God? And if so, who is he? Can I know who this God is? And if I can, how does that happen? Well, the purpose of this brief video is to ask you for the privilege of bringing the Alpha course to you, into your home. Maybe you've never heard of Alpha, or possibly your schedule didn't allow for you to accept an invitation in the past. But now, with our being hunkered down in our homes, you've got a little bit more time to do so. So when I'm done with this brief video, I'm going to introduce you to session 1 of Alpha. And you're invited to watch that session, which is entitled, Is There More to Life Than This? The session was recorded in the fall of 2019 when we could still gather together. So watching Alpha could give you that comfy feeling of being around people again. In session 1, Keith's going to introduce us to some fairly successful people and how all of their accomplishments and possessions still left them without a sense of ultimate fulfillment. You're going to meet some lottery winners who realized winning the lottery was no nirvana. Then the session's going to turn to the question of God and religion specifically. You know, many of us wonder, particularly at times like this, is there a God? And if there is, which one of the myriads of religions there are is the right one? Can I know? Well, Keith's going to tackle that question as well. You know, if you're anything like me, though I grew up with religious convictions, I really had no idea what the Bible was, what it said, and I gave very little thought to its relevance. But what if the Bible is the true story of God's interaction with man through the centuries? Wouldn't it just make sense to at least know what is in the Bible before just writing it off as a piece of archaic fiction? Well, then Keith's going to close the session with telling you a little bit about his story. And he's going to introduce to us a passage from the New Testament in the Gospel of John. This passage is pointed and without ambiguity. John leaves no room for us to doubt who Jesus says he is. And look, we're not asking you to accept that or believe that right off the bat, particularly if you're coming from a skeptic's point of view. We're just hoping that you'll take in the course and give what's being presented some critical thought, and then come to your own conclusion after the evidence is in. Now, after you've watched the session, we want to invite you to email any questions or thoughts you have to alpha@lakeviewchristiancenter.com. Any questions, and we'll get back with you with our best answer. So thanks for watching this promo. Now please go to lakeviewchristiancenter.com/alpha. Then select Watch, Listen to Talks and scroll down to select Session 1. Well, we hope you enjoy and are challenged by Session 1, and that when we release Session 2 in a few days, you'll join me again to watch the introduction of Week 2 and then the entire session. Welcome to Alpha Online.